Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays Beorning, and we're back here with the Thalian, and let's show him our weapon.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
You have done very well, Pineclaw. Your weapon has advanced to an impressive level indeed.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Now that your weapon has reached the 10th level of advancement, a Forge Master can reforge it for you, unmasking its hidden potential anew. Perhaps your weapon can now harbor the strength to face the creature that lurks within the black pool. You should bring it to the Forge Master for reforging, and mayhap your newly refurbished blade will be at last best the flesh of the cruel Watcher. Alright, so let us go back here.
I am at your service.
And now let's reforge the blade. No, let's not refund the LP. Oh, we need a name for this weapon. Oh, we'll call it Orc. Well, Orc Chopper. That's it. Because it's going to chop a good number of orcs when we get into Moria. So, Orc Chopper. Alright, and we will see. Chance to attacks return or relentless small damage. I use relentless small quite a bit, so let's add a little extra damage to that. Alright then, the Forge Master has reforged my weapon. Good. Now, let's see what he has to say.
My heart cannot sing today.
That has done it, Pineclaw! The reforging of your weapon has revealed it to be of very high quality indeed. You must return to Helene at once, and show it to Rathwald, the dwarf at the crumbling arch near the Ekadunan, and that you wield a great weapon. Surely it will give the dwarves and his company newfound hope. Go at once, friend. I deem that weapon has come forth at the very fibers of legend for this purpose. Yes, and first thing of all, I want to... Ooh, I need 41 points before I can go up. So the question is, oh, let's add a little bit extra bear form damage then. Okay, now, you think I am going to go right away? Immediately back to Rothwald in order to handle this? Of course not, because I also have an errand to Glorfindel. I don't want to go all the way to Moria and then have to come all the way back to Rivendell in order to have a chat with Glorfindel. So therefore, let's do that. See what Glorfindel has to say, and once we're done with that, then decide whether we return to Moria or handle whatever Glorfindel tells us to do. Now the question on that is going to be that we do have to take care of... Actually, that's the question. Do we have to take care of? Because the weapon, I think, will advance. This weapon continues to advance, so we should be fine. I was just wondering, what about future reforgings and stuff like that, because obviously I won't be able to do that stuff until I finish the entire Moria sequence. Or at least that's my guess. Alright, let's see. One good deed does not erase all that was done by her as Amarthiel, no matter what name she calls herself now. But I will reflect upon all you have told me. Master Elrond has asked that Narmleth be judged, and I would have you accompany me while she is questioned. All right?
Glorfindel, mightiest of elf lords, tests the heart of Narmleth, seeking to learn if the spirit of Amarthiel has truly passed from her. If Narmleth has indeed returned, her knowledge of Angmar may aid the free peoples in overthrowing the false king.
All right then. Then let's attend the... Now, why is it that we accompanied them, but... Oh, duh. We accompanied them in this venture, but for some reason, they are already at the final location, while we have to travel in behind alone. Isn't that typical? Typical, 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 typical. Alright, well, Lord Glorfindel awaits you. Yes, you'd think I'd have arrived by now. Okay. I have been commanded by Master Elrond to hold council with you, Amarthiel, champion of Angmar. You have lent great aid to the Rangers of Estelden, but that does not clear you from previous offenses. What have you to say? Why should you not be here, where you may commit no more deeds? I can offer you only sorrow for my previous deeds. I am only Narmleth. I reject the name of Amarthiel and all that was done under that corrupt guise. And what would Narmleth, forged maiden, ask of Master Elrond? To be allowed to aid the free peoples in their fight against Angmar, to assist the destruction of that which I created, the destruction of Narquil and the fall of Mordorith and all that is with it. And how would you accomplish such a task? The ring Narquil is potent, but not strong enough to bring down one such as Mordorith. Not through the power of Narquil, but all the strength that is left in me. Were you to recover Narquil, you would be better equipped to dispatch your enemies. Were the power of Narquil used to slay Mordorith, he would return. Nay, I would be a final end for Mordorith and Narquil alike, though I hold no hope for myself. I detect no lies in your speech, and I judge you to be true of heart. Though you have done much harm, I deem that it would be... I release you under the protection of Pineclaw. You will answer for all of your deeds. Alright. Okie dokie. Oh, isn't this great? Alright. So... well... we must return to Rivendell, of course. Of course we return to Rivendell. Alright, fine.
What do you need?
By your word, Pineclaw, Narmleth is allowed to her freedom. Had it not been for your excellent reputation among my kindred, I would not have allowed her departure. Now hear this, ere you depart from my side. Be wary and fastidiously watchful. Though my thoughts counsel me to trust that no treachery remains in Narmleth, I perceive that the desire of Narquil has not wholly left her.
Will you lend me your ear?
Narmleth has sent word that she desires to speak with you. She wishes to begin preparations for the journey immediately, and asks for you to return to Delasad as quickly as you may. Pray do not forget my counsel, and be cautious when dealing with Narmleth, and in the event that we are deceived. Revised though she may be, one does not plunge one's hands so deeply into the realms of shadow without finding them forever tarnished by its influence. I fear that your road hence will be fraught with peril, my friend, but I hope that you will find light in the darkness when all is done. All right then. And I'll automatically be back in Delasad. Alright, bounce, 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 bounce. Oh. Couldn't at least put me near the door instead of having to come all the way back up. Ah, the joys of Volume 1. And back up the stairs. And back to talk to Narmleth. Well, alright. At least they didn't just Oh, at least she's on the front instead of way in the back. We must be quick if we are to stop Mordorith. I hope of one place only in which he could house his foul steed. Deep in Barad Gularan, Mordorith has a secret lair, Gador Gulardan. The path thither is beset with danger, but perhaps we can catch Mordorith off his guard. He would not have foreseen that you trust me enough to allow me passage into Angmar, and this distrust will be his undoing. Let us begin our preparations. Alright, now she wants me to head to Gat Forthnir. Well, I don't think I want to go there just yet. We are back here with Rothwald, and let's see what he has to say.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
Welcome back, Pineclaw. Did that weapon of the elder days prove worthwhile, or was it a fruitless chase? Oh, this weapon has become even more powerful in your hands. Surely now we will have the strength to stand against the horror of that fetid pool.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
This may be what we need to drive off the Watcher of the Water and allow the dwarves to enter Moria. Speak to me when you are ready. Alright, let's go.
I hope you know what you're doing, friend.
I hope so too.
Dire is the creature called the Watcher in the Water by the dwarves, an ancient evil called forth by the Dark Lord. Perhaps through the power of legend, a way can be seen past the terror.
We'll have to find out. The foul creature of the watches from within the depth of the pool will feel the sharp bite of your weapon, and be afraid. Strike forth and teach it a lesson it will be long in forgetting. Do this not just for the sake of Khazad-dûm, but for the memory of Roin, taken by the fell creature. My nephew deserved a better fate than to die in that thing's grasp. When you have driven off or slain the creature, we will be unopposed and may walk into Moria unhindered. One of my dwarves has gone ahead to scout for the beast. Look for him, and good fortune, and fair winds, and all that stuff. And here they are. Any sign of a creature?
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
There are ripples in the water, but I do not see the beast. Be on your guard, for it may attack without warning, as unlikely Broin was found out to his pearl. Oh, is an unlucky? Yes. Oh, oops. You mean like that? All right, let's get on with this. Well, at least we're doing something to it. One down. Next. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so... I think I should have used a real hope token instead, but it's a bit... Oh, actually, no, this doesn't seem to be a problem. Hey, let's try some Relentless Maw. Now, it's weird, of course. I'm in bear form, and I still have the benefits of the weapon. Well, that's the way things work in MMOs. Alright. Whoops. Alright, round two. Now, these tentacles sometimes drop pages. Don't ask me how, but just have to keep on the lookout for that. And I think they... I was never sure whether they drop pages as if they're in Eregion or as if they're in Moria. Ooh. There you go. Alright. No longer will I cowl in my grief, Pineclaw. Nay, I will avenge my son in battle, and woe to the creature that took him from me. Show yourself, monster! Do you think it is gone? Answer that question. Ask and you shall get an answer. So let's get this up. Oh. Okay. Now let me try this. Oh, come! Oh, okay. At least it didn't count against the cooldown. Alright, let's see. Next! Alright! No! Come back! My vengeance is not satisfied! I cannot thank you enough for this, Pineclaw. Not only have you driven off the beast that kept us out of Moria, but you have avenged my son as well. I will never forget your great service to me, and I will always be in your debt and at your service. Beorning spoke often of the combat and great heroics. He will have marveled at your battle with the fierce Watcher. We have done it, Pineclaw. We have driven off the Watcher from the doors of Durin, and now the doors of our expedition may pass into the mines of Moria. The weapons we found have proven the difference, my friend. Yes, my dwarves have equipped themselves from the same cache, and the creature has learned to fear the sharp bite from the iron garrison. You have avenged my nephew Beorning as well, and all of the dwarves who have been lost to the creature. It retreats now through the dark passages. May its withering, reeking arms never trouble us again. All right.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
The rest of the dwarves have entered Moria in search of fortune, Pineclaw, and we have you to thank for it. So I get which of these? Oh, Dodger of the... Let's see. No. Studier of the Watcher. Evader of the Watcher. Ah.
Perhaps there is still hope.
All right. Tulk is waiting to speak with you just inside the doors of Durin. Yes, I will head to him. Tulk is waiting to speak to you inside the doors of Durin. You remember him, do you not? He is pleased that you have proved such a boon to the expedition, and will be delighted to speak with you again. All right.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of Durin and entered the dark of Moria. But they were not the first to brave the mines, nor will they be the last.